No, I just gotta pull up chat. There we go. Make this smaller. No. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Cool. Let's begin. They're the same. Where the hell are all the paints I need? No. You can't see. I've got like a like a box of like a pelican case of paints next to me. I'm trying to like dig through for a certain one. No. I'm not going crazy. I saw it earlier. Alien. That's one of them. I need that. I need that. I need that. I need that. Cool. Got all the purples I need. Now I just need to find my pinks. There it is. That was a challenge. How's the music? Should I bump it up? Because I know I'm quite loud. I'll ask when someone's in chat. Was this a size 6? It's more than fine. I painted my entire trog with a size 6. So I know these are fine. I need to try and keep the mic close to me. I'm not really used to commentating or painting. Also need to keep my hand out of the way so you can actually see what I'm doing. I experimented with putting you on the right, but I just ended up blocking it again. I also experimented with coming straight at me, but it was just me belly. Okay. Let me open up a color wheel. So my Slaaneshi army is, so the humans are blue armor. They're blue armor with purple capes and obviously skin. With I never really decided on the rest. So let me open up a color wheel. So I have a couple options. I have, if I open up Triadic, the closest I'm getting is an almost like a green. I don't think that'll be great. But if they're predominantly blue with purple cloth, I'm just thinking, what should I do what should I do the third things, like the armor? Because I wanted my humans, my Cerebites, to be, or their armor to be blue to mimic the demon skins. Because the demon skins are blue. So they wear blue. And they wear purple cloth. I hate to say it, but I might have to try and paint yellow, because all of this is saying yellow. What if I put it in a quad? Blue, purple, green, and red. Okay. Okay, I could work with that. But do red for the claws, which means I have to repaint that. That's fine. It's only a claw. It's like saying a reddish orange. So I have burnt vermilion here, which is a really like nearly orangey red. So if I use that as a highlight for burnt orange or burnt ore, or glowing inferno even. No, that would be the highlight. Where does this fit in? It doesn't. See, I got burning ore here. I might chuck it through the airbrush. Just because it will be a little bit quicker. And it'll be a lot smoother. Does mean I need to then clean out my airbrush. But fuck it. Be a lot faster than rebase coating up. Right. Just getting my desk like airbrush ready. Okay, I need to put out a certain box real quick. Hello, Art Biscuit. I see you. I was thinking of streaming Deadlock, however, I realised I am too ass to stream that game, so I decided against it. That's all I need. Ah, I just got in my box. Oh. Pipette. I should really wear a glove if I'm doing airbrushing, but fuck it, I'll be fine. I'll live. Right. That should be fine. Okay. Moment of truth. Did I mix this up correctly? It looks like the right consistency. Moment of truth. Okay, it's fine, nothing out. A little bit too thick, a little bit more thinner. That's much better. Yeah, I do have an airbrush and I do love using it. I just I fucking hate changing between colors. So which way is she holding that shield? She's holding it like that. Okay. Cool. Right. Now I've got to pull the big girl herself out because I'm an idiot and I didn't do the other two parts in sub-assemblies. So I have the whole girl on a stick here. So, may I ask, what are you drawing over there? If you are talking in chat, then it's not appearing on my end, so I will double check on the actual YouTube stream. That's funny. Hit the air at the right angle and that fucking spear goes absolutely nuts. Okay, let's check the actual YouTube stream. Make sure that I'm not just ignoring you. Yeah, okay, for some reason it's not appearing on my viewer. Which is really annoying. Oh well. So yeah, sorry, I wasn't just ignoring you. I can see it now, but I have to have the YouTube stream open. Rather than like being on a OBS. Just cleaning my airbrush now, so. I hate this part of using an airbrush, but it is really useful. I'm quite a slow painter, to be fair. There's a really big delay on chat, by the way, because as I said, I'm having to view it through the actual stream. Nearly done. And back to actual brushwork in a second. Yeah, one more pass with the cleaner and that will be fine. I treat that airbrush with very little respect, to be fair. I'm surprised it still functions. Right, she goes back over here. I no longer need her out. However, they can go back for that. I now gotta finish the claw. Let me see if I actually download Chatterino real quick. Chatterino. Chatterino's just Twitch. Sucks. Why is OBS not showing me chat then? Right, I'll have both of these up for now, because this OBS chat has finally updated. But I want to see if when you send something, it actually updates. Anyway. We'll find out in a minute. Never used this paint before. Glowing Inferno from the Army Painter. Where's my brush? Yes, it did update immediately. Lovely. So I'm just taking a thin bit of orange and just going across the edge of the blade. So what I am trying to do here is I want to try and make a non-metallic effect. So I'm going to paint a piece here, and then we're going to leave a gap, and then I'm going to paint another piece, and hopefully, then when I highlight that through, up into pure white, it should look like it's reflecting light that isn't actually there. So, I'll show you real quick, because I've done it before. This is Lycus. And if we look at Lycus's sword just here, is focus gonna grab it, or do I need to autofocus or manually focus it? I will manually focus it because it doesn't want to. There we go. So if you look at her sword, see how I painted in the highlights here and here? And then I did the same on the opposite side. And then with a stripe of white down the middle, brings the effect together. So that's what I want to try and do on this lovely lady's claws. It's just a lot bigger, so if you fuck it up, it's a lot more noticeable. So let me guess your deadlock, man. I don't know why you scream to me as a Lady Geist main for some reason. I don't know. It's just it just feels like it fits for some reason. You did not. I just have a really good gut feeling about things. Yeah, no, you haven't told me before. I don't know how. Don't know how I have these feelings, but you know, they are genuinely more often right. I think I think it might be because you'd put a little bit more effort into Lady Geist on the Lady Geist and Pocket interaction thing you did. Lady Geist is a bit more detailed than Pocket. I think that's what gave it away to me. Nah, just kidding. I'm psychic. I was to say I just read your mind. 700 hours on Geist. My dog, you ain't bad. You ain't bad. Like you said to me, oh yeah, I'm bad at the game. Home dog, I have. Where's Deadlock? 200 hours on the game, to be fair. About. I have 200 hours. About 100 of that is against. Because I only ever play the game myself, none of my friends like the game. So I played against bots for about 50 hours to learn the game and the mechanics. And then after that, I actually started playing normal games. And I find normal games far too stressful on my own. So instead, I have become relentlessly addicted to Street Brawl. I don't know what is with Street Brawl, but that shit is like crack to me. I know a game mode because the lane phase is addictive to me. I find laning the most stressful part for me. Whereas, like team fights are where I live. 5 hours on Deadlock and never touch normal mode. Yeah, I am just addicted to Street Brawl. I just play that over and over. Tell you what, you could try and guess my main. I have been told that I don't feel like the person or the type of person who would typically main the character I've chosen. And they are someone that I am very excited to see in your style one day, because I don't believe you have drawn them yet. I mean, what do you want? I guessed yours without even a hint. Just a gut instinct. What type of hint are you after? Ask a question and I'll answer it. Typically, they are a support. But if they don't counter a certain type of damage, this character can very quickly also be a carry. And be a huge damage dealer. You did make banners, so you have drawn them, but I'm excited to see like more of them. I do actually have all of the banners saved on my like Instagram saved. Yeah, they're typically a support, but if they don't counter a certain damage type, I can spiral into becoming a carry. You've gotten that's very, very close. Dynamo is one of my picks. Like he is one that I go to if like Dynamo is my second priority. My top priority is Ivy. I fucking love Ivy. Because if you don't count a gun against Ivy, her gun does a surprising amount of damage. You know how like Sinclair mains, they have the saying "respect the bolt." Ivy has the "respect the gun," respect the M1. Yeah, I mean it makes sense that she's hard to draw. She's kind of a gargoyle. she's not exactly something you draw often. But I do believe that she is one of the best characters in Deadlock, personality-wise. Obviously, Viper is probably number one for me and a lot of other people. But I would argue Viper... Sorry. Top is Viper. Top is Viper as, like, best personality. And then it's Ivy or Dynamo for like best personality. I mean, who else? I think Paige is a bit one note, if I'm being honest. I love her. I love having a Paige. One of my good friends' main Paige. However, I don't get to play Deadlock with her often. And I'm always happy to have a Paige. It's just I find her personality just a bit boring. I look forward to seeing it. Oh, yeah, that's how the effects come out, by the way. It's okay. Almost just looks like a sunset on the blades, which is still thematic. I'm not too upset with that. Although, I know it's like not hot take incoming. I think Lash is a pretty good character. Like, he's just enough of an asshole where he's still likable. Oh yeah, no, his arsehole persona is definitely a show. But it's definitely also nice to, or fun to think about, that he does just genuinely think he's a god amongst men. That is also fun to think about. Lash is also a character I'm never gonna dislike having on my team. Because a good Lash will jump in and take all of the enemy's attention. He doesn't even have to do anything, he just has to fly above them. And all of a sudden, all of them are like focusing on him. And that gives everyone else, you know, time to do whatever. And that's before he's even popped Death Slam or anything like that. Although, fuck, I was gonna say something. My other main is Mina, right? Alright, there's gonna be a bit TMI. Alright, so just deal with me for a second. I don't know what the fuck happened when Yoshi made Mina, but he single-handedly made the single most attractive character I've ever seen. That motherfucker changed my brain chemistry, I swear. Like, Mina does things to me. Just warming up some blue tack, or poster putty, whatever you call it over there. We call it blue tack, but so I can put the shield on a piece of cork, so I can hold it. There we go. Although my friend did actually draw completely jumping between topics there. My friend drew me Ivy for my birthday a couple months ago. Let me pull that up. Downloads. Where the fuck did I put it? No, but I did find something I wanted to show you actually. That I couldn't send on Instagram because the file size was too big. I'll find the Ivy image in a minute, but I gotta change to this stream. This is what I've been seeing. This is what my camera normally sets when I play games. Yeah, so I was playing Street Brawl as Wraith, right? So here I come. Also, ignore my items in a second. Yeah, shot back by the Venator and went fucking flying. I went scooting, like, fully around the pillar, the chimney. I came back and killed him. Yeah, ignore my items. They are, like... Right, let me find this image. Yeah, the physics of deadlock, my beloved. The fact they don't work. Is it this account? Yeah, because she deleted her Instagram. So, where is it? Sorry, I'm scrolling through chat, so I just remembered what I used to say in chat whenever I had a toxic teammate. But I'd only do this if I'm playing Ivy. I would say or just in chat I'd like to say I like playing with my toys and having fun. And it stops toxic people almost immediately. Alright, I got the image. Here it is. Yeah, it was a birthday art. In fact, she's done a lot of art for me. Time to open up the Google Drive. That's not that drive, it's this one. So yeah, she's done me a few things for my birthdays. Just putting this on my monitor. So this wasn't a birthday thing, this is a commission from her. This was my Final Fantasy XIV character. Oh no, it's leaking my real name. I do not care. Yeah, she did this for my Final Fantasy 14 character. She did this for my 16th, I think that was. I think I was 16 in 2021. Yeah, no, she is such a good artist. She did this for my for 2022, which is Ozen from Made in Abyss. This is Nights from Nights into Dreams, the first ever game I played when I was a kid. Love that game. Uh, Manon from Street Fighter 6, who is still my main to this day. And then Protea from Warframe, who is still my main frame in that game. For 2024. Yeah, she's a very, very, very good artist. These are two. This is another artist, and this is an artist that has since disappeared off the face of the earth. But this is a D&D group. This is the end of my first ever campaign. Here's me. I was playing a grung, little frog, and this was my D&D character for my second ever campaign, Celeste. Yeah, this is a different person. She actually has an active Instagram account, and I'm gonna go shill her real quick. Because I will always shill. Oh, hey, it's someone. I wonder who this is. I think I should repost that as well. There she is. Yeah, this is them. I've known her for maybe 10 years now. Yeah, she's a very good artist. The Forbidden Folder. This is also by this person, but we just don't talk about the characters that are in this commission or this one. Great art, I love it. Don't like it anymore. Long story. I still keep it because it is my friend's art, and I paid for it. I'm not gonna just throw it away. I'm not gonna delete it, but I'd rather it be stashed away somewhere I can't see. And this was Alice from Shin Megami Tensei, because she's my favorite demon in Shin Megami Tensei. However, it's always like evil and depressing art of her, and I was like, just let the kid be a kid. Let the kid be happy for once. So that's why I have that. What's this document? 1 second. Oh, that's my Trench Crusade stuff. Yeah, that's fine. Right, back to painting. Back to painting. And stop music again. Oh, the music ended. That's fine. Back to this. Yeah, no, I do think you two have very similar styles as well. Which obviously isn't a knock, because I love both of your styles. By the way, I am still looking at commissioning you one day. I am just flat broke at the moment. You know, I've had about £13 to my name for the last couple days, and yesterday I went down to about 30 pence. Today was rough, but I get paid tomorrow, so. I don't even catch a break. I have to do. I have to get fuel tomorrow for my car. I'm fresh out of fuel, so. Once that dries, add another coat. New color. I'm doing this off camera, I just realised. Because I'm doing this quite close to my face, I'll lift my camera entirely. Actually, I just realized I've got something I've never showed you. So first off, let's say for reference, this is a standard miniature, right? This is a standard fella. He's on a bit of a base. Yeah, I've given him a little bit of cork to stand on. Let's bump it down a notch. We got a normal guy, just a police officer, an Adeptus Arbites. All right, now we go to Lycus, a ascendant god of war of the Eldari, the space elves, pretty much. You know, she's on a diorama rock. She's a special named character. She gets a fancy little rock. She's got a glowing sword, and for some reason, it's focusing on my hand and not the models. I've got dust on this guy because I don't actually play this army, so I don't use him often. I don't use him at all. I brought him to paint. This is Mortarion, a demon Primarch of Nurgle, compared to a normal fella. In fact, let's. I'm just going to manually focus it because it does not want to do what I want it to do. It's good enough. That's about the best I'm going to be able to get, I think. Yeah, no, this is a... this is just a demigod, right? This guy is just kind of blessed with the powers. This... No, I actually played a game with this model yesterday, right? This is Nagash, the supreme lord of Undeath, the god of the underworld. He's so big, he doesn't even fit on the camera unless I move him back. There you go. To be fair, this is a separate universe. This is Age of Sigmar, these guys are 40k. But this is still an average human. In fact, we can go one level down. And we can put this. This is a Skaven. This is a rat. This is a little man rat that is this guy's worst enemy. A endless horde of these tiny little cretins. If it's gonna focus. I don't know why I'm waiting for it to focus. I've got manual focus on. Let's cover his face. I'm gonna blow my shit smooth. Yeah, no, Nagash, I love him. I love him. Holy shit, am I scared to touch him. Because he is so spindly. That's a fun fact, the way it looks on camera. It doesn't look like that in person because of the refresh rate. But no, he is so spindly, he is terrifying to touch. I mean, what else is there that I've actually got on my desk? I've got a lot of other stuff in boxes. Boxes and cases, like all spread all around my room. Well, they're the main big two that I have sat over there. Hey, do you know Lord of the Rings? Because I do actually have some Lord of the Rings models. Come on, focus. Although the only bad thing about this system is every named character has to be painted twice, because you also need to paint them on horse. So yeah, no, if I was playing a game, I'd have to run him on horse, and then his horse can be killed. So then I have to replace him with his off-horse model, and it is just a whole lot of steps. And it is a very fun system. If a little confusing. Anyway, back to this lovely... I could never paint figures, no, don't say that. In fact, he just fell in some paint. That's fine. I don't care about him. He's what I call an airbrush victim. I don't collect this armies, and I got him for free. So I just test my airbrush on him to make sure that it's like flowing correctly. Oh, there we go, it finally focused on him. Yeah, I call him a victim. That's what he is. I treat him with so little respect. But if you do have a I'm doing a bit of a sales thing here. If you do have a Warhammer store near you, they do your first like model for free. So you can go in and paint your first model for free. Right, now I gotta do that claw again. But on the main girl. Shalaxi Hellbane. A named Keeper of Secrets. Weirdly enough, watching Bob Ross helped me a lot with painting. Cause you know, I hate to. I say I hate as if he isn't like one of my favorite things to watch. You know, happy accidents. Cause obviously when you paint digitally or draw digitally, whatever, you have your Control Z. I don't have that. If I fuck up, I fucked up. But you do learn to stop worrying too much about it. You know, Bob Ross is great. You see, I was never good at drawing. It was never something that my brain was kind of like kitted out for. In a way, where I've just always I always thought myself like, oh, I'd never be good at art. Like art's just not my thing. And now I honestly paint Warhammer instead. Fuck me, she's awkward. I might cut off her arm because this is so awkward. And so long as the cut is clean, I can glue her on quite easily. Do you know what, question? Who do you think in Deadlock is like a secret artist? Because I've just had an idea. I think that Shiv is a secret artist. I could imagine him like in a museum, like studying some like ancient statue. Like he's hitting the whole ass like thinker. He's hitting the thinker pose. Obviously, you could say the boring artist and say like Hayes, or the boring answer and say Hayes, because I mean, she plays the cello already. Yeah, being a musician and being an artist aren't the furthest away things. Infernus could have a cool sketchbook, actually. That is a good shout. I feel like he's drawing like candidates of all the people at Jezebel's. Like, you know those people who draw people on like the train and then give it to them when they get off? I feel like Infernus does that at Jezebel's. It also goes without saying, I think Viscus would be a photographer as well. Considering he... Ooh, CT scan doesn't really want me to nap. If you need to go, you should go. You should listen to your nurses. They know what's best for you. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't stream too often. This was a very, like, impromptu. I just kind of decided to boot up the stream. Because no one was joining VC on Discord, so... I do appreciate you joining. And you take care. See ya.